Good. I'm not gonna lie. I had a rough week at work. My work wife got married in real life. It's tough. I'm work single now. I'm back on the apps. I'm on Teams. I'm on Outlook, and people do not like it when you send dick pics on either of those. It's been real. I have been talking. I think I have a new work fiance now. She's already married though, so we're work poly. And it's tough. She has a kid, so we're co-parenting. The dad gets the kid all the other days of the year, and I get him on bring your kid to work today. That's it. The worst part of all of it is that my actual girlfriend has not been very supportive during the entire process. My girlfriend, she's a lovely lady. I love her a lot. We're trying to spice things up in the bedroom right now. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm a pretty vanilla guy. I mostly stick to missionary. That's how I was raised. That's what my parents taught me. I'm just kidding. I saw them doing it. And my girlfriend bought a sexy maid's outfit so we could start doing some role play. And she came out of the room in it the other day and started doing chores around our apartment. And it was hot, but I was also really anxious and didn't know where to hop in, so I just watched her clean the entire apartment. She was like, "Ooh, I'm so dirty." I was like, "So is the bathroom." I don't think I'm good at role play because I'm not a good actor. I'm not good at getting into character. I'm not good at taking artistic direction. Like, she was sitting me down after the fact and she was like, "Matt, listen, I'm a maid in your house. You have to act like you own the place." And I was like, I could never fathom owning property. She was like, "At least act like you're renting a penthouse apartment and you're a wealthy gentleman of status." And I was like, that is so hard to do when my roommate has been sitting here the entire time. And I only have a few characters I can do. And none of those are things you can break out in the bedroom. None of those are really panty droppers. Like, you can't be hitting it from behind all hot and heavy and be like, "Kermit the Frog is gonna happen." You can't do that. You can be like, "Screw up this baby." You can't do that. I've tried, trust me. I've tried. She was like, why don't we try something? Why don't I get some ropes? You can do knots. And I was like, "Listen, babe, I'm an Eagle Scout. You don't want this smoke, okay? You're never getting out of there. Also, you will never be able to do to me what the other boys did." You guys are a good time. Let's transition. I was raised in a religious household. Anyone else in here raised in a religious household? People, this side? Good. This side going to hell. And, sir, you clap, sir. What religion were you raised in?
Presbyterian.
Presbyterian? Okay, nice. I was raised, my house was very religious. I was raised as a Swiftie. I was raised Catholic, and growing up Catholic, you gotta say grace. You gotta ask God to bless the meal so it can nourish your body. And as religious people, I think we should stop doing that. If you talk to an atheist, they're like, if God exists, then how come there are earthquakes and hurricanes and tornadoes? And I'm like, I think it's because God is far too busy blessing all of our dog shit meals every day. My dad called me the other week. He was like, "Matt, are you saying grace?" I was like, "Dad, I put 3 pizza rolls inside a tortilla last night." If God does not like premarital sex, he is going to despise this abomination. My grandma, she likes to call me about church a lot. Grandmas love church, dude. Grandmas love church. I don't know if you guys know this, that's actually where they make grandmas. My grandma, she called me about her church. And usually it's pretty run-of-the-mill stuff, prayer circles, going to mass, things like that. But this other time she called me and she's like, "Matt, I have very exciting news. Father Pat got kicked out of the priesthood. Guess what happened?" I'm not gonna guess what happened. That's not what you do there. It's never fun. It's never like Father Pat got kicked out of the priesthood because he got drafted by the Boston Celtics. No, so finally I was like, "Grandma, what happened?" She was like, "Father Pat got caught offering one of the members of the parish a blowjob." And I was like, "Oh no, how old was he?" And she was like, "Oh, the guy was like 62. I was like, "Grandma, that's the best news I've ever heard." That's a Catholic W right there. That's a rare Catholic W. I was like, I also think that was the first time I've ever heard my grandma say blowjob. She usually just calls it sloppy toppy. Just kidding. Okay, you guys didn't like that last one. That's fine. I'm from the South. I'm from a small town called Peachtree City, Georgia. And really, are you from there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, are you from Peachtree City?
There's so many.
There's Peachtree Street. Now we're getting into Georgia geography. Sorry. The next 10 minutes of the show is going to be me specifying all the different Peachtree-related geographic areas in the state of Georgia. That was a joke for just two people. No, I'm from this small town called Peachtree City, Georgia, and my town has something that a lot of other small towns in the South don't have. We have a hockey rink, and on the side of that hockey rink, there's a sign that reads, "Hockey, a Southern tradition." I don't know if you guys know like a lot about like hockey, or the South, or just like how ice works in the heat, but I think it's very disingenuous to say that hockey is a Southern tradition, especially in the South. We already have plenty of fine Southern traditions. We have college football, we have fried chicken, and we have raising your hand in the back of a liberal arts class and saying, "Hey, just to play devil's advocate here." Anytime you guys see a guy who looks like me say he's about to play devil's advocate, you're 30 seconds away from the greatest states' rights argument you've ever heard in your entire life. I was talking about college football a little bit. I'm a huge college football fan. I love college football. I actually have a college football tattoo. Yeah, that's the sound of every vagina in here drying up. That's what that is. Yeah. It's tough. When I first started dating my girlfriend, I didn't want to tell her it was a college football tattoo. I have like the Roman numerals of the year that my team won, 2022. And she was like, "All right, well then what is it?" I was like, "Well, it's 2022." And she's like, "What's the significance?" And I panicked. I thought of like the only current event I could think of from that year. And I was like, "Oh, I was just so excited about Queen Elizabeth dying. I was really jazzed about that. I had to commemorate it." No, but as I was saying, I like college football a lot. And liking college football a lot of the time you feel like a weird guy. Because me and my friends have a college football group chat, and we text each other all the time about college football recruiting. That's just us sending each other pictures of the buffest 15-year-olds you've seen in your entire life. Dude, my friend emailed me a link the other day. It just said, "Dude, this kid is only 16 years old and he's a freak. You gotta watch this video." I was like, this is my work email. Do you know how hard it is to sit across from your manager and explain that you replied to that email with 3 heart emojis? Do you know how hard that is? It's crazy. In the group chat, we'll get in arguments. Some guy will send a recruit and be like, "You gotta see the legs on this kid." And then someone else will double down and be like, "Those legs aren't even that big. You gotta see this other kid's." I'm like, "Guys, we need to stop doing this." You guys are a lot of fun. You guys are a good time. A little bit about me. I got off meds after being on meds for like a decade. Which is nice. Thank you, few people who clapped. The rest of you guys are the reason I'm going back on that. No, I got off cough syrup, and I'm joking, I'm still on cough syrup. No, I got off anxiety medication. And anxiety medication is like a really interesting one, because that's a patient decision. The doctor can't choose that for you. It's not like one day you walk into his office and he's like, "Matt, sit down. You look cool as a cucumber today, okay? We're gonna need to get you off that Xanax." No, it's, you get this whole speech prepared to tell your doctor because you're ready to take this big step in your life. And then your doctor sits you down and says some of the most insane shit you've ever heard in your entire life. I said my piece and then my doctor was like, "Well, Matt, that's all very nice. However, I've had patients get off this medication too early before and spiral, and I'm going to have patients get off this medication too early again and spiral. I've even lost a few. So when you answer this next question, I need you to be 100% certain when you tell me, are you still an anxious man?" Fucking now I am, dude. I came in here trying to get off the stuff. Let's fucking double the dosage, baby. And then a pharmaceutical rep came out and they high-fived and gave each other $10,000. And I think that's how the American medical system works. You guys have been great. Give me a round for Justin Moore.